Great, welcome back Tradesmart University students to this next segment of Risky Business and inside this chapter, Trade Management. So far we've covered for trade management, the all or nothing plan, the twice the stop, half the shares, and the candle by candle management, which we just covered. So now we're gonna move into the time stop plan. The time stop plan is designed to make sure you lose as little as possible on certain trades. And so remember, we're only going to lose the maximum one risk unit on any trade that we take, because that's the most professional way to do it, which I taught you in class 1. And so I know that none of you is going to ever lose more than one risk unit on a trade, except for slippage or some major exception, like some disaster thing that happens that we can't control as traders. But other than that, it's 1R. However, using the time stop plan as a management system generally produces a smaller loss on your predetermined R. So instead of you losing the one risk unit, the time stop plan will often, on many trades, prevent you from even losing the 1R and shrink that number down to maybe a half an R or a quarter of an R or 3/4 of an R, so to speak. It also helps reduce the total number of full R loss trades. So remember, we trade in probabilities. Over a 20 trade sample, we really only need to win 10 trades, even sometimes 9 trades, depending on how good you are with your risk to reward, and we're going to lose 10. So however many you lose, that's going to be the maximum of the 10 Rs. But what if you could take that 10 or 9 losing trades and make that 3 or 4 of them be not full R losses, but maybe only a half an R loss or 0.6 of an R, right? That would have huge benefits over every 20 trade sample that you do. And so that's one key. But the other is that it's also a very good plan for the impatient or the instant gratification trader. And so for the ones that they take a trade and they immediately want to have the trade work for them, or they want to get paid instantly, or have the stock move in their intended direction right away, it's ideal for that as well. So here's how it works. After 3 closed candles, in the time frame of the entry, you exit the trade if the stock has not moved in your intended direction. So if you are a swing trader and you took the trade off of the daily time frame, if after 3 closed candles from the day in which you entered, the stock has not moved in your intended direction, then you exit out of the trade. If you are a day trader and you took the trade off the 15-minute chart and the stock has not moved in your intended direction in the first 45 minutes, the first 3 15-minute candles that follows, you then exit out of the trade. And here's the reason why. Typically, after 3 candles, if the trade has not moved in the intended direction, then either your entry was too soon, right? Entry was too soon, or other traders or investors in the marketplace do not agree with you with that particular buy setup or sell setup or entry that you entered in on. If it's the former, meaning that you entered too soon, your timing was off, then by utilizing the time stop, you can always re-enter the next time the trade sets up. If it's the latter, meaning that just the general market or the other traders out there weren't seeing the same thing that you were seeing, weren't participating in that trade with you, then you can cut your losses to less than 1R. You want to think of it as a way to reduce the number of full R trades that the full R losing trades that you would have. Because over a 20 trade sample, even if you can cut 2 or 3 of the losers that you're going to have, and by the way, when I say losing trades, that might make you cringe a little bit, well, man, did you just say 20 trades and I might lose 10? Yeah, you very well may. In fact, Paul Tudor Jones loses about 10 out of 20 trades. Me, I lose about 10 out of 20 trades. But here's the thing, Paul Tudor Jones, me, all of the other traders that are consistently profitable, we don't get upset about losing trades. It's just part of the business. So what we do is that we limit the amount, or we know in advance how much we're going to lose if we're wrong, but then I'm always hunting for ways to reduce the number of full R trade losses that I have, because I trade in probabilities and I trade to set myself up to win. So don't let losing trades upset you. It's just part of the business, okay? And many of you already know that even if you win 8 out of 10 trades, you're still not finding that you're making money. And so the better way to think about it is not winning trade percentage, although that would help, right? But what's most important is the risk in the trade management. So when I come back, I'm going to show you, because I know all of you or many of you have asked me to share with you my trade management plan. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will see you shortly. Thanks.